Alright, welcome everyone. Let's play some more Rise of the Tomb Raider today. We finished the game, the main game, but now we're gonna be playing the Blood Ties DLC, which takes place in Croft Manor. Story-wise, it's between the prologue. I think. No, wait. It takes place between Syria and Siberia, I believe. The DLC, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's jump in. See what we can find in the manor. We've played this before, like once, but I don't remember much of it at all. Like just like the main game. So, but yeah, new story, blood ties. You can explore as well, just random, like It says to find additional relics. It says like, hold up. So, interesting. You cannot really like load unless you have to click this. Anyway, new story. You have chosen to override the previously saved game. Well, is that even a saved game? I don't even know where you load. Doesn't matter. New story, blood ties, yes. Let's go.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
I was gonna say, like, did they ever explain what happened to her mother in the trilogy? In this one? I forgot.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Picture.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
Photo of Lara wearing an Egyptian crown.
That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
The chair spinning around.
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia, and apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond, and she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
I always knew that my parents met at Oxford, but never the circumstances. Just like that to argue mythology as a way to flirt. As one way, I guess.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
You can tell this takes place between Syria and the Siberia part of the story. Because in the beginning, of course, in the beginning of the game, you're in Siberia, but then you go a few weeks back. You're in her home, or like an apartment. Then she goes to Syria. And then she comes back. She goes back, but she goes to the manor at that point. And then she goes to Siberia. She has this outfit on as well, so that's one way to tell.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
Yeah, that's true. Lara Croft does not like dresses. I mean, she doesn't work anyway. Lara Croft in a dress, like, why would you do that?
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Benjamin Croft statue bust. So I'm guessing. Okay, I was gonna say we have a map. Secrets of the past. Search Lord Croft's safe to find proof of Lara's legal claim to the manor.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
Next steps. Mom's own words. I can almost imagine her speaking. I wish I could remember her voice.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did. of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria. Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
Yeah, see? And the immortality, because, you know, it takes, like I said, it takes place right before, like, before the whole story thing. Are there more cabinets I could open? Like this. No?
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Yeah, we did find it. Because it, you know... This is right after Syria.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
1 out of 2. Huh. There's like a thing on the right. Find the entrance to the servants' passages using Lara's childhood expedition map. Huh.
The door to the library. Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Yep.
Locked. There's got to be another way through.
You gotta interact with it, you know?
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
They should do like a thing in Egypt again. Or something. Then again, I think they've done 2 games. In the old, well, that was the classic ones though. They went to Egypt twice or 3 times, I forgot. So I can get through that to the library, which is here.
Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Okay. Flashlight.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
It was so hard for Dad to talk about Mom. Nothing.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Clearance. I don't know how I feel about keeping this old manor, but one thing is clear to me. I need Uncle Atlas out of my life for good. He needs to get the hell out. He's rude. Stealing shit from me.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be borrowing your sword this time.
Borrowing the sword. She borrowed the sword. For what purposes?
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
I was gonna say, this place needs fixing. It's raining inside. You know what I wonder? I really hope they will have like an actual fixed manor in the next game that you can like roam around in, because they're remaking the first game again, right? Like it's like the actual very first game, which is called Legacy of Atlantis. And in the original you can roam around in manor. In the third remake you could do it. They should totally have it in the new one too. And I hope in the actual like and the other one that's coming out afterwards as well, like Catalyst, they should have that there too. And they should have it in every Tomb Raider game, being able to roam around in here, finding new things to do.
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
Look at this place though. This game looks really good too. Beautiful.
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking. Love R. Guessing that the R is for Richard. Requires a master key. God damn.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see.
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
Yeah, and it's locked too.
Locked. Need a key to open this.
We need to find the master key. You know what I love about this DLC? That they're kind of doing the same thing as the other one. I think was it Anniversary, which, you know, since we're mentioning roaming around in the manor, and with the remake, which is Anniversary of the first game. I think it was that one where you had to go around the place, get like find some stuff to get other things. You basically had to fix the whole thing, like opening doors, like get certain pieces of gear and whatnot just to get further, you know. It's like a whole puzzle to get into rooms and whatnot and do stuff. This DLC reminds me of that. Of course they added the story to this, you know. But still, you know, it is a nice nod to it.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and, oh, God, I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
A life of possibilities. This is incredible. Mom was on the verge of fulfilling one of her dreams. Fate can be so cruel. Still don't really know what actually happened. Lighter. And we can light up the thing.
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for, I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Hope Jonah doesn't worry about me too much. We haven't talked since I left for Syria.
got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
A flashlight? What do you mean your next trip? You never brought a flashlight on your next trip, which is Siberia, basically. Basically, you forgot.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
Flashlight will turn on automatically when entering dark areas. Access the servant's passage. Now we can do that.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
Unknown statue bust. Yeah, this place needs fixing.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
Duty to see that it's left in incapable hands. Meanwhile, he's trying to take it away from me at this point. So this letter is like much older than what it was like, you know, left that we read earlier. Subtle threats. Mongol's first attempt at trying to cut me off from the manor. It backfired though. I wasn't as crazy as he believed. So yeah, I was like okay, as it says so as well. One of the attempts.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
There's no doors here, right? To open? No. They actually, like, there's all closed off, which is interesting. They closed off areas of the manor. Master key. So we need a master key for 2 areas. Two doors, like this one here, and that box as well. I think it said, what did it say here? Yeah, also master key.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
See, a brother's warning. Mom was engaged to someone else. There's so much I never knew about her. Also, hey, who are you? Because you have to tether your phone for internet. Right now you have to lower the stream quality to 360p or else it buffers. Damn, really? Looks like shit then, basically. How much bitrate is that even anyway when you put it on 360p, I wonder? Like how much it... Oops, and then when I go back there. Whoa.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
Why would that? Why would you do that? We need this manor for more adventures in the future, you know? Fix it. Where's Winston? We need Winston. It's about 1k bitrate.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun, amidst the dust and ruins.
Amidst the dust and ruins. As, you know, one place to do it. Glad the modem arrives tomorrow. Yeah, it sucks when you don't have like internet at all. Like through like decent internet, because now you're using your phone to get it working. Lurk have to work and you have work to do, no worries. Appreciate the lurk. See, travels together. I heard so many stories about that expedition. To see it from Dad's perspective makes me realize that it was Mom who made it all so memorable.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Master key. Because of course.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Uncle Atlas has been causing problems for my family for too long now. I'm glad Mom ignored his warnings. Yeah, it seems to be this is the bad guy, you know. Actually, from what I've seen from the TV show, he's gonna be in the TV show as well. This character, Atlas. So I'm curious about how they're gonna do that, because in the games, he's not really, you know, visible. He's not. He's just. They only talk about him in like lore, like this, like in texts. You know. Other than that, he's not really known.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
Creepy.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health.
Winston.
Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places.
I love
Before
this.
I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
I love that I love that they mentioned the freezer thing, freezer shenanigans from the original, from the classic games, from Tomb Raider 2. And I think 3, I think you can do it in 3 as well. I'm not sure actually. But I think it's mainly from 2. Because everyone who played Tomb Raider 2 locked Winston in the freezer. It was a thing. And I love that the Crystal Dynamics mentions it in this DLC. Even though it's Lara was a kid in this story. But still, you know, it is funny that they put it in the, and it's basically canon. It is canon now. Winston in the freezer. Because from this, like all these games that I'm replaying here are gonna be like the you know, the true, like the canon story from, you know, from here on out, and so on, and for the future games. It's all gonna be connected. But yeah, I love this. And let's see, a little angel. Poor Winston, I remember doing that to him. I can't believe I was such a little brat. Thank goodness he had such patience with me. You know, we need Winston. I think it's only in Shadow of the Tomb Raider that you see Winston, or at least part of him. But he's shown. He's only mentioned in these ones. And this one here. But yeah, I hope in Legacy of Atlantis we can actually explore the mansion, because in Shadow we cannot. You only have like a cutscene in the mansion at like that's about it.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
I love that though. Putting Winston in the freezer.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Crowbar, of course, we need a crowbar for this.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good Lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
For the time she was with us, I hope it was enough. I hope it was worth it. You know, there's like text flying around everywhere. Like letters and whatnot.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the 2 of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Italy was one of the best birthdays I ever had. Birthday expedition. There we go.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there, see the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The keepers of knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
There's still stuff around here from that thing, the birthday thing.
Water damage from the main hall above. One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
Because this leads to the same thing.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Nice. Now how the hell do we get there? Through here, I guess. So I haven't seen a crowbar.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
And it's still here. Where's my crowbar?
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
There is. Renovation plans.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Cracks in the foundation. It was almost over before it started. I always admired Dad's ability to recognize when he was wrong.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Invisible ink. Dad put so much work into that birthday expedition. The birthday expedition.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
The journey, she was beginning to believe, must have made Dad so happy to know she could accept his wild ideas. And he was all right as well with all the things he found. He was close, but not close enough.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Familiar, gee, I wonder why. It's classic. Lara like Tomb Raider.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Isn't it like the Venice music as well? I can push this.
Need something to light this. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
Didn't I see like safe combination on that thing? Or who was that? Maybe it wasn't. What is this?
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
Okay. What's this?
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Jaffa Cakes next to William Blake. Freaking Winston. Yeah, I think those cakes are all long gone now.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Hold up a second. Turn on some more light. See, discoveries. Dad never told me about this myth. Why was he here so sure? What did he find that convinced him that it was real?
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
There's a bear in the back.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure, my favorite painting by Amelia, the day of our wedding anniversary.
Oh shit, that's a combination. That would never have written down the combination, but it looks like he left himself clues to remember the numbers. Okay.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I remember him ever using it, though.
That's what we need.
The Croft family crest and initials BC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Yeah, we can light the stuff now.
Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
Press and hold X when near fireplace throughout the manner to light them. I think I've only seen 2 places though to do that.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers. Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
Yeah, now it looks like a mess. This place is not cozy anymore. Probably used to be cozy. Whoosh. We can climb up here. Like, there's 2 spots.
This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Okay, that was it. So there was like a ladder here too, which we can push or pull.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Now we can get up here. Aha! And now we go down. So we have we need a crowbar. Because there's like things in the basement area. Also, there's like, we need a master key to, we can open this door too. It's like at the bottom. Music is over though.
Blank, except for the image of a key.
You can use this probably.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
Yep, and we have fire. Because all those needs master keys, I guess.
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
One of them. Okay, let's get down.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say.
Here. Aha! Treasure!
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Nice. Master key.
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Press X when nearby locked doors and chests to open them. So there is a door here. Which one, like... Where does this go?
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
Atelier and bedroom. Where the fuck is this? Search for library. Okay, the library has more clues. Well, there was an upstairs, so... I don't think there was anything else.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
Egyptian crown. Save combination clues.
I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which one?
Okay. Found important clues in the relics and that. Atelier and master bedroom. How many numbers do we need anyway? 3? Save combination clues.
For God's sake, memorize the combat.
Laura's expedition treasure, favorite painting, and day of the wedding anniversary. So we got the expedition treasure thing, I guess.
Dad's lighter. I don't... The Pharaoh's crown from my
So
birth.
it's like birds. There's like another thing here, but that's somewhere else.
I remember this now. Each
5.
district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the... Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Oh, we're here. Well, the basement had the area with the crowbar thing. We can light up the fireplace in the main hall. I'm not sure if there was anything else. Because there's like a room here too.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, Your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Only remember this letter. I'm sure I wasn't able to read it at the time. Did he write this more for himself than me? So we have a thing. What is over here? It's like a hidden room. Yeah, here. Ah! Shortcuts to the basement when we find a crowbar. Because when we went upstairs, we could go down through here to this staircase, but yeah, this is actually another way to get. So where does this door go to? Okay, cool. Now we're in the main hall. Now, we're in the main hall, right? Wasn't there like another box? That was upstairs. Get this going, you know? Yeah, I don't think there was anything else around here. We can get to the map. Yeah, I don't think there was anything left here. No. Yeah, like here's the library, right? And this is like a hidden door to get down. As well. I opened the other hidden door. This box here.
The Croft family crest.
Is that it?
Worse than I thought.
There's a tree in here.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
Consumed by grief. That was right. I could sense a change. Now I'm going to find my own answers. That's why we couldn't get in here. It didn't allow us in here. And now there's a tree in here. This mansion needs big renovations for sure.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
An unlikely union. Marrying in Luxor was Mom's idea. I never knew. I'm lucky to have this glimpse of her so many years later. So there's like a safe combination clue. So it's Richard wanted to wait another 4 days till her birthday. I'm guessing, was that the... Was a clue, like when do we need it again? The day of the wedding anniversary, okay.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Stopping time. I know Dad couldn't deal with what happened, but it's time to open up the West Wing again. It's time to move on. So where the fuck did he sleep? If the West Wing was locked up.
At least that old thing still works.
Because this is the bedroom. I mean, there's probably more bedrooms, but we've only seen one so far, and it's this one.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favours a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
A new Crofts. In a way, Dad found the secret of immortality and didn't even realize it. And I'm glad they went with Lara. Imagine, imagine they decided to go with Kate, you know? Kate Croft, it doesn't go well, right? It doesn't sound good. Or Scarlet, as I mentioned here.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it. Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
What does it say? I mean, it's faded, but...
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
That's the clue, another clue.
October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
Yeah, didn't it say like 4 days before?
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded. Their anniversary was in October, but which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere.
Didn't I get all the clues? I thought I got all the clues.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
Because the other thing we picked up, you know...
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Imagine a bust of Lara Croft.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Okay. Think I got everything here. I don't know where the crowbar is. I must have lost past it.
Okay, Lara, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return.
All right, Max, no worries. Thank you so much for the lurk. Always appreciate. Also, thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. Have a good day. Keep on doing what you enjoy. Oh, of course, I will. I will for sure. Yeah, have a good day as well.
As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Oh, Winston, he really did look out for me. He did. Winston. Time for you to chill. Chill and then sleep. Chilling is always nice.
Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Games we played. Good job, Dad. You knew how hard this decision was for her and you made it easy.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Hmm.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Tiny Lara.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
Good question.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Abstract with blocks of red? Must have been so hard for her to give up her family.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
This is the blocks of red. 4 blocks of red. I mean, is that actually the actual thing? Favorite painting. No. There's more to explore.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Hey, viewer, happy Tuesday to you as well. I am doing good. I am doing good. How are you? Hope you're doing well too. It's like 39 or 50. There's like so many things still to find. Where have I not been? Oh.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Emilia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
I still feel that connection to you. A new love. Still, I haven't found the crowbar. I must have walked past it somewhere. I mean, I don't think a crowbar is in the safe now, is it?
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
And then again, you know, plenty of stuff to collect still. That cannot be all in those cabinets. You know? I can almost walk through the whole thing again. The house. I'm guessing it's further. Let me look this up. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter when I get it or not. It's just. Okay, yeah. It's further ahead. Kinda guessed it would be. Because of all the things I still need to collect. Like, there's so much stuff still. Kind of makes sense. Oh yeah, I need to go up actually from here. Oh look, backpack. I just noticed it.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad.
Something so I can keep the damn mansion. You know?
Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the...
Yeah, I need to actually check the... So what was the thing again, the order? So the expedition treasure, favorite painting, and the wedding anniversary.
I returned home.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs. I can see the map.
Okay, so...
I returned home this...
I remember this. That worked.
549. The number was like on the expedition thing was 5. And the birthday, like the wedding anniversary, was 9. What was the other thing again? Yeah, the painting. Yeah, like there were 4 red blocks on there.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe.
Clay imprint.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Broken. That's... Oh no, what did you do? So that... The elixir thing was... That was like... We found some info about that one. In the letters and stuff.
Dad. you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
The final puzzle. I mean, we need fire.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
We need, it's one of those invisible ink thingies. God dang it. There we go.
A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
What is this? That's in the basement. That's the table. Ah, number combination with the freaking thing on the birthday thingy bob. So, let's see. I remember that. Solve the mystery of the blank letter.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
So we got 1, 4, and 2. 1, 4, and 2. It's probably like another safe combination. So that's the table here. This. Okay, 1, 4, 2. More secrets. You know, this is what like I mentioned it earlier, and like in the beginning. This is what every Tomb Raider game needs. A small section in the manor, just like having a manor level, and you exploring things like solving something, basically. Basically, this DLC is all about finding a will, so we can keep the manor. So like her uncle cannot steal it from her. But on the way to finding that, we're solving puzzles and whatnot, and that is so much fun to do in the manor. That's what I always loved in the other game, and the Tomb Raider anniversary and stuff, because they added like little puzzly things to get to certain places at the end. And the classics had the manor exploration too. You know, the actual classics, where you can unlock hidden things. Like, they need to have it in the new ones too. It's just so fun. Fun to do. It's like an extra thing, you know.
Damn, locked in.
No. Lovely.
Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
A man that always needs secret passages. Search Lara Croft's secret vault for clues.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
Keeping secrets. That must have seemed paranoid and to Roth, but I understand why he built this vault. Shadow of the Tomb Raider has Lara has a child exploring Croft Manor. That is true. It's not fully the same though. But yeah, they do have that. That's true. I forgot about that one. But I want something like this when she's like an adult and just having, you know, something similar. Or just something like that takes place after the main story. You know, as like an after thing and like an epilogue thing, just does some random shit in the manor. Or before, you know, whatever. It needs to have something. Like Legacy of Atlantis, for example. They need to have something because Anniversary has it.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight, and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
Oh, Dad, part of me wishes you had succeeded. Wouldn't that be crazy, though?
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Jade Dragon statue. You know, were they planning this all along, I wonder? Now that connecting the dots. With this DLC. And the remake. The remake of 1. And this is from Tomb Raider 2. This is from the second game. The classic one. Where she goes to China. Like in the beginning. I was like, that's interesting. I forgot about this, that it was actually here. I wonder if they had planned this all along, that they wanted to do something like that. You know, continue the story, but actually, you know, connecting the whole thing. Every classic Tomb Raider connecting to this trilogy, basically. And that's why they're remaking the first game is now. Having a, like, make it connect. It has to be something like that. Because she mentions it too. Like, maybe I should look into it someday. She says. You know?
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
You know, it's kind of crazy. She is like, he's caring about Lara, but at the same time he's not, because he's trying to take away the manor, you know? And also says that the Croft name is forgotten, you know? Uncle Atlas won't stop until the Croft name is ruined. I have to find a way to get him out of my life. Yeah, exactly. Evil man.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
All the secrets.
Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night. The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
2.
My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Facing death. I can't imagine what Dad felt reading this letter from Mom. I can barely read it without bursting into tears. I hope he came to eventually see Amelia and me.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
Yes. Crowbar. Crowbar can be used to pry open various objects and doors throughout the manor.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Hey Groomfie, hey Leia, how are you? Welcome in. Hope we're doing well. Sorry about yesterday. I got completely wiped and you had to rebuild it from scratch. Damn, really? Oh damn, that sucks. Yeah, I understand. I understand that as you didn't play or stream then yesterday. Completely understand. Hope you get everything working again though. It's kind of interesting that it got wiped. That is so weird. I don't use. I think which bot are you using? I'm guessing it's the local bot thingy or something. Fixing one last thing. Oh, streamer bots. Yeah, I don't use that one. I wanted to switch over to streamer bots at some point, but I never did. I just keep using the one I'm using. It's fine. Even though it has like less features and stuff, but you know. Yeah, I think with bots like that, it's always good to take backups. Well, that's what I do with my bot. I always take backups. Of all the things. So I don't want to lose all the settings and whatnot. Like everything that I've set. Data was saved to the cloud. There wasn't enough space, so an unplugged computer's cleaning my... Oh, really? Well, that sucks. Yeah. I have it on my external drive. Yeah, I could save it to cloud storage too, myself. I mean, I have space for it. How much space does it take? That you didn't have enough? Ah, that is... I thought usually bot stuff doesn't take that much space, unless there's a bunch of files that, you know, I guess.
Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor? Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
The fuck? Solve the riddle of the sun-shaped plaque.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
I don't remember writing this. I do remember being bored in school, though. I mean, doesn't everyone? Oh, we're here. We're in the freaking basement area. So I'm guessing there was nothing else here. Wait, why is that like? Hold up a second. There was like a sound thing before I went in here. Was that the light? Oh, it was this. Okay, never mind. It was the switch. Now, you know, I could actually go all the way around because huh. What the? Wait, didn't that come from here? No, I didn't. Well, I couldn't go through, I guess. Last time. Actually, no, I did. I think I did go through here. Yeah. I want to go back to the basement though. Because there was like things there to open up.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. but I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
Respectful duty. Winston was my rock, always had a smile on his face, never letting on that something was wrong. Were there any more things to open up? I forgot. If there were more things to open up. Doesn't look like it. I don't remember if there was anything else other than cabinets in the basement. There could very well be more upstairs that I forgot about. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else that I could pry open. Edit that said like, hey, you need a crowbar. Okay. I do have a crowbar, but I'm looking for like things that need it. Like I don't know if I missed something besides the things already opened with it. Because the only things I could remember that needed a crowbar were the cabinets, but I opened those already now with the crowbar that I have. But I'm not sure if there was more than just that. Because I'm missing a few relics and documents still, so Man, we need to solve this.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
What now? We found the secret. A crypt.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
Hmm.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy. One that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
The return. This is where it all started, our family obsession. Well, now it's time for me to complete our work. You would never enter a crypt, Bueller. Family obsession started here, but... Oh yeah, I have to say though, this game does look beautiful. The sequel looks even better. And the new one too. Legacy of Atlantis, like the bits that we've seen. It's gorgeous. Exactly.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
Her mother is over here.
My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
And I cannot wait for Legacy of Atlantis. God dang it. Is there anything else around here? missing 3 of each. Well, there's 1 document here, but... We're like outside the freaking thing.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
That was a DLC. We missed a few collectibles.
What's this? A letter.
2 days later. Additional relics have become available in the manor. Oh, that's why we missed them. I love how there were credits, and all of a sudden, oof, and they're gone. Maybe I finished the DLC. Sort of, I guess. We got to the hidden thing, the crypt. I love how the credits showed up. It's like all of a sudden it was gone. I didn't press a button, by the way. But she got a different outfit. What did it say? It did say 2 days later, right?
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
Not sure about his offer. We'll see what the future brings.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Did it actually say 2 days later? Because they sure fixed the thing fast. They cleaned up the place a bit. Like in 2 days? Did it actually? I didn't read it. You know, I wasn't actually paying attention fully. There's like additional things like lying around here. I got all the documents. It's just relics. 3 relics. Somewhere. Yeah, because it was like raining inside the damn thing. See that? It closed up the thing. And this place here as well is more cleaned up in the hallway. Plus there's a generator here now. Yeah, it did say, hold up a second. That was kind of weird though, anyway. With that cutscene. Not cutscene, like the cutting off the credits. I'm not supposed to, I wasn't sure what's supposed to happen there, but yeah, it did say 2 days later. I was I was right. God dang it. That they did a lot in 2 days. Also 2 days, so they're like still a few days that she stayed here at the manor. Between Syria and Siberia. Because this takes place, like that whole DLC takes place between like when she went to Syria and then later on to Siberia, and like where the snowy, like the main game takes place majority of the time. That manor area, like the DLC, takes place between those two. So she was here for a few days till then. I thought it was like she went there straight away. Like in the story, like after that cutscene when we saw with Jonah in the manor. It's like I thought she just went there straight away. After like the day after. It's like, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out. So we have that crypt. Hold on, is there more in the crypt? She's wearing she's wearing her home outfit, you know. Well, I cannot interact with anything. Yeah, I think we got everything here. I love how she mentions, like when she found the flashlight, she says, can't forget to bring it with me. Meanwhile, she doesn't have a flashlight in the whole game. God dang it. Remember this, by the way, Bueller? This song? Or anyone else that played classic Tomb Raider. Now, where the fuck did I miss relics? It says additional relics are now available. Where do you put the relics, Lara? Maybe they're just in the freaking office. Oh yeah, did they fix this as well? They sure didn't. It didn't fix this. The laptop's gone. Oh, here.
The broken sword I brought back from Yamato.
Oh. Well, shit. Bringing loot back? Where the fuck did you put all that loot?
The Atlas. Such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
Yeah, that's like, actually I noticed that when we finished the main story, I noticed that like in the cutscene when Lara and Joan are in the manor in this office here, there's like they're passing by a desk and then this is lying on the desk as well. I was like wondering, it's like, wait, she could bring the thing with her? Because at that moment in that cutscene, they're about to leave onto their next adventure, which is basically Shadow. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Can I not zoom in? Is that a picture of the... or axe? What is that? Really? You know, I've played this game before, and I totally forgot about certain things in this game, especially the DLC. They're putting double pistols, and she never does in the whole trilogy. She never... Well, actually, no, she does. In the previous game. Like in the Tomb Raider 2013, she uses 2 pistols at some point, like in the finale. But then she just stops using it. In the whole trilogy. She only used it once. Like, what? Like, just teasing. Like I said before, I think that was always meant to be. With them remaking the first game and then continuing on. Because they showed that freaking statue as well. That's from Tomb Raider 2. And she mentioning her, like, maybe I should check it out at some point. You know? And she used like 2 pistols in the remake. So. I'll say, Cozy, welcome in. How are you? Working while you work on posting stuff for tomorrow? No worries. Appreciate you hanging out.
I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Rod's pistols. They're so teasing with this, man. Like I said, I think this was all planned. Like long years before. Knowing that a new game is coming out, like 2 new games coming out, I feel like they've planned this. Its chair is going fast, it's fast spinning. Oh. You know, a person doesn't need much to have fun. It's the spinning chair going fast. going super fast. You're doing good? I'm doing good as well. I'm doing good as well. I think that was it. I think, yeah, we got everything. Those were the 3 relics. We missed like the double pistols, the sword from Yamatai from the previous game, and the Atlas. I hope we'll get to like roam around the manor again and Legacy of Atlantis and see these artifacts. Like on display. Same with the like Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm not sure what the fuck that was. Which artifact. Because she brings stuff with her every time. So I forgot what was there. Like exactly what all the things were. Yeah, this was fun. This has been a lot of fun. Now we exit. No, we can't. Exit to main. Cannot really save, so. There's not really a save thing. You can explore. Which is basically, you know, picking up where you left off in the manor, in the blood ties thing. Yeah, we're not doing anything else. We're not doing this one. It's not related to the story anyway. Same with the expeditions. This is not related to the main story. The only story related stuff is blood ties. Yeah, this like I said, this was fun. We have finished both the main game and the DLC, the separate DLC, Blood Ties. I enjoyed playing through this whole game, just like the previous game, like my replays. I'm excited to play the next one, which is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be DLC there too, because there's gonna be tombs and stuff for that one. But that makes it so much better as well for me personally, because, well, that's where this game shines. The tombs, you know, it's Tomb Raider, and the puzzles. Yeah, this is gonna be it for Rise of the Tomb Raider. Thank you for watching me play through this game. I'll be back soon with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, this is it for me, for this one. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.